Come on in, take a seat. Great to see you. We can sing, we can play, we can dance too. Music's fun, play it loud, play it quiet. From beginning to middle to end. Music's fun, play it fast, play it slowly. But it's best when you play it with friends. Hi, I'm outside. I was on this walk and I thought, you know what? I wish my friends could come with me. So I thought, why not bring you along? Look where we are. We're in the woods. And I have a feather. Look at that. You know what that's from? It's from a bird. Now, I thought that we could listen here in the woods for some music in nature and see if we hear any music in nature. Do you hear that? That's one of our bird friends singing. You hear that? That's an oven bird. We don't see it, but we can hear it, so we know it's there, right? You can hear the wind in the trees. It's sort of like music, isn't it? Like a wind instrument. Sort of like our clarinet friend. Do you remember? He's singing today. And if we're looking for beats, can you hear my feet? We could count, and it becomes a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a beat, right? We've got a beat, we've got a melody. So let's see who we meet along the way. Can you hear the Carolina wren, a blue jay, and a mourning dove? There it is. All three singing together like a little orchestra. That's a tufted titmouse. Oh, a blue jay. Oh, and there's a hawk. And a dog. Now I'm farther into the woods, and I'm hearing some birds I don't recognize. But sometimes I hear a red-winged blackbird. Now I'm close to a lake, and I've been hearing some, I think that's a goldfinch. Let's see if we hear the red-winged blackbird. It sounds almost like a quirree. You have to be patient when you're... There it is. There's a red-winged blackbird. That's a catbird. That's actually a bird that sounds like a cat. Hear that? It's a Carolina wren. Carolina wren, isn't that beautiful? And that's a killdeer. I can almost talk like a tufted titmouse. I have to have a better whistle. It's not good today. Thank you for coming on the walk with me. Oh, I just love spring. And I love birds. Can you believe how many birds we heard? Let's think about it. We heard the red-winged blackbird and the killdeer and a tufted titmouse. Can we see if we can make the melody of the bird on our violin? Let's see. The tufted titmouse kind of sounded like let's see. Oh, what about the Mourning Dove? Do you remember that? Those are those larger gray dove. Does that sound like a mourning dove? There was also, the Carolina Wren. This one's harder because it's a lot faster. Does that sound like him? And you know what? I am not the first one to think of this idea. There have been composers for hundreds, maybe thousands of years who listen to the songs of the birds, the melodies that the birds sing, and want to copy them and steal them and put them into musical compositions. There is a choral piece from about 1500 by a composer named Jean Lequin, who wrote a piece called Les Chants des Oiseaux, which in French means the song of the birds. There's also an orchestral piece called Gli Uccelli, and it's by Ottorino Respighi. And that also does a lot of copying of the melodies of the birds. Gli Uccelli means the birds in Italian. I am going to play for you right now a violin solo that I know. It's actually taken out of the orchestral piece called Spring. And it's by Antonio Vivaldi. And it was written in the 1700s. So let's see if you can recognize, any of this sounds like the birds that we heard today. Did you hear the birds in that melody? It was like I could see the woods that Vivaldi was walking through in Italy, and he could hear the birds in the spring just like we did today. And he wanted to come home and write down a song that was a tribute to the birds of spring. I also wanted to clarify something for you guys. Last week, when we were visiting the farm in our imagination, I called this instrument a different thing, didn't I? I called it a fiddle. And today, I call it a violin. So what's the difference? Is it a different instrument? It's the same one. This is called a violin, or it's called a fiddle, and it depends on what style I'm playing on it. So let's sing one more song that's about a bird. this song is not as old. It's a little bit of a rock and roll song. He rocks in the treetops all day long, rocking and bopping and singing his song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Robin, robin, tweet, tweedly-dee, rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. Tweedly-dee. Well, every little swallow, every chickadee, every little birdie in the tall oak tree, the wise old owl and the big black crow love to hear the robin sing, go bird, go, rockin' robin, tweet, tweedly-dee, rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. All right, this is time for the robin to take his solo. Walks in the treetops all day long, rocking and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birdies down Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. One more time, you go sing with me, ready? Go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. Did you hear the robin? Everyone knows what a robin is, right? They're some of the first birds to come with spring. And they're brown on the top, and then on their belly, it's orangey red, right? And they eat worms. I love robins, because it always means that spring is coming. Now, instead of singing our closing song, I'm going to end this video with one of my very favorite birds. It is called a mockingbird, because it takes the songs of all the different birds that it hears, and it strings it together in one of the most beautiful symphonies of nature that you will ever hear. Enjoy, and I'll see you